A haunted bridge? No way, I scoffed, my voice trembling despite my attempt to sound brave. My friends and I stood at the edge of the woods, the old wooden bridge looming before us, shrouded in an unnatural mist. Scared, eh? Mark grinned, his eyes gleaming mischievously in the fading light. They say a creepy creature haunts this bridge. People hear strange noises. Some have even seen it. Yeah, right, I retorted, trying to sound unimpressed. But the truth was, the ominous silence of the woods and the way the mist clung to the bridge sent shivers down my spine. I dare you to spend the night here, Mark challenged, his grin widening. If you can last till sunrise, you can have bragging rights for life. The woods were alive with the sounds of the night. Crickets chirped, owls hooted, but beneath these ordinary sounds a deeper, more unsettling noise resonated. A low growl, barely audible at first, seemed to rise from the depths of the forest. I strained my ears, my heart pounding in my chest. The growl came again, louder this time, closer. It was the sound of something massive, something hungry. Fear, cold and clammy, tightened its grip on me. I wanted to run, to scream, but I stood rooted to the spot. Paralyzed by terror, I could almost feel its presence, a lurking shadow in the darkness just beyond the reach of the moonlight. Just the wind, I muttered, trying to convince myself. But even as I said the words, I knew it was no ordinary sound. This was something sinister, something that sent shivers racing down my spine. My friends had long gone, leaving me alone on the bridge. The last rays of the setting sun had vanished below the horizon, leaving me shrouded in darkness. The air grew colder, the mist thicker, as if the night itself was closing in on me. I huddled deeper into my jacket, pulling out my flashlight to pierce the oppressive darkness. The narrow beam of light danced across the wooden planks of the bridge, revealing nothing but emptiness. But the emptiness was a lie. I could feel it. Something watched me from the shadows, its presence growing stronger with every passing moment. The growl echoed again, closer now, and I felt a surge of primal terror. This was no ordinary creature. This was something ancient, something evil. Hours crawled by, each one an eternity. The growls and rustling in the woods continued, each sound sending a fresh wave of fear through me. I fought to stay awake, knowing that sleep would leave me vulnerable, an easy target for whatever lurked in the darkness, then silence. The sudden quiet was more unnerving than any of the sounds that had come before. It was a heavy, expectant silence, the kind that descends before a storm. The air itself seemed thick with tension, charged with a palpable sense of dread. I held my breath, listening intently for any sound, any sign of movement. But there was nothing. Only the relentless chirping of crickets and the pounding of my own heart. A blood-curdling howl shattered the silence, echoing through the night. It was closer than before, much closer, as if the creature was now standing at the very edge of the bridge. I jumped to my feet, my heart racing, every nerve in my body screaming at me to run. Another howl, louder this time, filled with a chilling hunger that sent shivers down my spine. I fumbled for my flashlight, my trembling hands making it impossible to switch it on. The batteries, weakened by the cold, flickered and died, plunging me into absolute darkness. I was trapped, alone, with a creature of unimaginable terror. Through the darkness, I could hear the sound of heavy footsteps approaching. Each step was slow, deliberate, as if the creature was savoring my terror. It was getting closer with every agonizing second. I backed away slowly, my foot bumping against something hard. I reached down, my fingers closing around a large rock. It wouldn't be much, but it was the only weapon I had. The stench of decay, thick and cloying, filled the air, making my stomach churn. The creature was close now, so close that I could feel its hot, fetid breath on my skin. A flash of lightning illuminated the night sky, momentarily banishing the darkness, and in that brief, terrifying instant I saw it. The creature was unlike anything I'd ever seen, a grotesque mockery of life. It was tall and skeletal, with long, sharp claws and glowing red eyes that burned with a malevolent intelligence. Its skin, stretched taut over its bones, was covered in patches of matted fur, and its breath steamed in the cold night air. It opened its mouth, revealing rows of jagged teeth, and let out a deafening roar that seemed to shake the very foundations of the bridge. Terror lent me a burst of adrenaline-fueled strength. I screamed, a primal shriek of fear and defiance, and hurled the rock at the creature. The rock struck its chest with a sickening thud, and the creature let out an ear-splitting roar of pain. The bridge groaned beneath its weight as the creature lunged at me. I dodged to the side, feeling its claws graze my arm, tearing through my jacket. I didn't stop to see if it was still following. I just ran. I ran faster than I had ever run before, my lungs burning, my legs screaming for mercy, but I didn't dare slow down, not even to catch my breath. The sound of the creature's enraged roars spurred me on, fueling my desperate flight for survival. And I didn't stop running until I reached the safety of the clearing, the trees thinning out behind me. I collapsed onto the ground, gasping for breath, my body trembling uncontrollably. The sun was beginning to rise, casting long shadows across the dew-covered grass. The horrors of the night seemed to fade with the darkness, replaced by the sweet relief of dawn. I had survived the night, I had faced my fears and lived to tell the tale. But I knew deep down that I would never be the same. The memory of that night, of the creature on the haunted bridge, would stay with me forever, and I knew with chilling certainty that I would never go near that bridge again.